head's cut off, y'all. So sorry. Apologies. We just took a little break so we can clean up a little bit. It's time for me to prep the fish. And I'm going to walk you through what I do with the fish. So,
Your head's cut off?
if it is, I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea if my head's cut off. If it is, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, the fish is ready to go. I'm going to put it in this pan. And I'm trying to do other alternatives other than oil.
Don't smash my lemon tree plant.
Even though it's not growing.
The leaves are growing, it's just not producing lemons.
I already told you what to do. Excuse me. So I am trying to do other alternatives. I know about avocado oil. I know about safflower oil. I know this is the worst oil you can use. But we only, as of right now, I think we only know of 1 or 2 places that sell avocado oil. So I will be using that in the future. But this is all I have right now. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in the pan.
And I'm usually not in here while he's making fish. He's the fish maker.
I already told her she didn't have to be in here.
He does really good at it.
She wanted to be in here.
I don't want to be. I'm going to leave.
Oh,
I just wanted to say hi.
You didn't have to. I told you you don't have to be.
Okay. I'm leaving.
That's your bag from here on out.
Okay.
So with the fish, I only use 3 or 4 ingredients. That's it. I use onion, doesn't matter the brand. I use garlic, same. I use turmeric, because turmeric is good for you. Look that up. Turmeric is good for you. I use turmeric. And also, I use Old Bay, because it's seafood, and I don't need to use extra pepper. I don't need to use extra salt. It's already in here. This thing already has pepper. It already has salt. It already has, I think it has paprika. Yes, and it also, yeah, it has red pepper, it has black pepper, it has salt and paprika. So these are the only 4 ingredients that I use. That's it. I don't need to use no extra salt, and that. Not really heavy into seasoning anymore, because being that my palate is different than what it used to be, I can pretty much taste everything. So too much seasoning is not really good for me. So this is how I do it. And it doesn't matter how you put the seasoning on there. You can put whatever you want first, second. That does not matter. And I try my best not to go too heavy on the seasoning. And what's crazy, y'all, at one time in my life, I did not like turmeric whatsoever. Now, I don't mind if I cook with turmeric every day. Some people say you don't have to use onion or garlic powder. Well, I do. I like garlic and I like onion. I like it. So. You gotta excuse my wife. She said I'm the fish expert. I'm not an expert. I just like fish the way I like fish, and it turns out she loves the way I cook the fish. So, just for all you people out there, I just, you know. But thank you, wife, for saying that. Appreciate it. Love you. I got a lot of people texting me today because it's Sunday football, and you know how people like to talk trash. So excuse my phone. And for me, you guys, the object is not to put a lot of seasoning on the food. It's just to try to get the seasoning all over it. So every time you take a bite, you get some flavor. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as overdosing on the seasoning. I look at it as putting enough on your surrounding area. So every time you take a bite, you get some flavor. Alright? Here you go. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I almost dropped the camera. I'm having a lot of technical issues today.
You want me to do something?
Nope. A lot of technical difficulties today. I apologize. Sorry about that. But show must go on, right? Let's go. So I don't put a lot of oil in the pan. I just put enough in the pan so the fish can fry. And by the way, I do not use flour. I do not use wheat flour. I do not use white flour. I don't care what kind of flour you got. I don't use flour. I put seasoning on the fish. I heat up the pan. I let the pan heat up first a little bit. I don't like putting my food in a cold pan with oil. I like for the pan to heat up. Let the oil to be heat up. And then once I know it's heating up and the oil is sizzling a little bit, I put my fish in there, fry it. I fry it on each side. It all depends on what I like, what I see. So go by what you see. If you flip it up a little bit, you like what you see, flip it over. Some people, I don't know, it varies. So I don't want to give you guys a figure. I don't want to give you a number. So it varies on different types of fish. This snapper is really thick, so I gotta go by my judgment. So when you're cooking snapper, go by your judgment. And it's really hot in here, so excuse my sweatology. Oh my God, there's no air coming through here or nothing. Whoo! Oh my God. So I'm gonna let that heat up, and then I'm gonna fry the fish, and then that's it. And literally, I do not put a lot of oil in the pan. I put enough oil in the pan to fill up the middle section of it. And if I feel as though I need a little bit more oil because of the size of the fish, I'll put a little bit more in there, just so the oil expands as far out as the fish. Alright? Just a little tip. So if you're using thin fish, lightly. If you're using big fish like we are today, you know, put your fish in the pan. If you see that your oil is not enough, put a little bit more till it spans out into the pan. Just a little tip there. That's the way I know when my oil is ready. But you don't have to do that. Now I turn down my fire. Or for you people that have an electric stove, you know, your electric fire. And then that's it, y'all. I just throw it right in the pan. That's it. I just throw it in the pan. And then that's it. So I'm going to let that fry, and we will be back. I'm going to fry both of them. So I'm going to fry the one that you just saw me prep, put in the pan. I'm going to fry them both, and then we're going to come right back. I'll give you all a little something on how it looks in the pan. So, everyone, my fish is done. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the pan. So, here you go. So one more thing I forgot to mention. When you make fish, for all you people out there that are watching this, a lot of you may know and some of you may not. But if you cook fish the way I do, you cannot walk away from the fish. If you walk away from the fish and go in the living room or go in the dining room or say something to your child or run here or run out of the area you supposed to be in, listen, it don't take but a second for that fish to start sticking to that pan. Unless you use something different than what I use. And by all means, everyone that is watching this video, if you have something that I can use that does not make my fish stick in a pan, please let me know. I will try it. But what I have, the oil, I've also used olive oil. There was something else I tried, and it still sticks. I also use butter too. So for all of you people say try butter, if you do not pay attention to your fish when it's in that pan, I don't care if you use butter as well, it will stick in that pan. So you need to pay attention, be mindful of your food, and flip when need to. That's a tip for you guys, because if you don't, all that goodness you put on there, all that seasoning you put on there, it's all gone. Now it's stuck to the pan. So pay attention to your food. Alright, and I'm done with my fish. So now I got to get the wife to come in. We can wrap this up and y'all can see what our plate look like when we're done. So we're back. I'm leaning because, again, I just don't know.
So, off camera, I made Brussels sprouts. Well, I didn't make Brussels sprouts. I heated up Brussels sprouts. I like these bird's eye frozen packages. So I just heated that up. Sea salt and cracked pepper Brussels sprouts. They're delicious. Yes, I know how to make Brussels sprouts on my own, but like I said, I cut corners a lot of the times during the week, or you know, just when I'm cooking, I just cut corners a lot, so it makes no difference. They're still good. And then I finished up the sweet potato. And for the sweet potato, I did some coconut oil, some vanilla extract, some powdered ground ginger. And again, this is something that we normally keep in the house, but we don't have any. So we do have dried spices for when we run out of fresh ingredients, and that's another one that we use. And then I have some fresh ground cinnamon that I got from the health food store. So I just mixed all of that together in a frying pan. I just put the oil in and then put those ingredients in, and then it gets to a nice bubble. So it's caramelized a little bit. And then I just split the yam into...
I'm going to bring it over. Don't worry about it. I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to bring the camera over. So
I just wanted to show them this. I split the yam in two, and then I poured the coconut oil mixture on top, and then just put some crushed walnuts on top. And we eat it that way. So the first couple of times I made it, I also baked it in the oven. but I overboiled my potato this time because I wasn't paying attention. And so I'm just going to need to bake it because it's already completely cooked through. And then you can show them your plate.
And this is the finished results of what I'm going to have for dinner today. And
it is very heavy carb
yes,
plate, but that's okay. He's a 1 meal a day person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. I do OMAD.
He's been doing it for what, 3 weeks now?
No, I've been doing it since August 1st.
Okay.
I've been doing OMAD since August 1st. I only eat 1 plate, 1 meal a day. That's it. And then throughout the day, I have vegetables, or I have some fruit, but I don't sit down. I don't none of that. If I get a little hungry later, which I always do, I just take a handful of nuts and eat some of those. That's it. But other than that, I do not eat another meal. I only eat 1 meal a day, and it's hard, but I'm getting used to it. So this is our closing. We're gonna sign off, and then I'm gonna show you guys my plate. So thanks for watching our video.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody that watches. Thank you very much.
It's so hot in here. Whew.
And you got the Ron and Dawna cooking show. Until next time.
Bye.
Peace. All that deliciousness. She's taking stuff off my plate.